Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with episode 304 of the Steel Factory podcast. We're coming to you live from North Oakland in the Steel Factory HQ. I'm joined by Junior today.
What's going on, fellas?
All right. So lots to dive into today. It is Sunday, really sunny day in the Berg. Last night was the second preseason game against the Buffalo Bills. And honestly, I don't know what else you could have asked for. I was over there in the North Shore. I was at the game. It was great. It was awesome. I honestly had a really good experience tailgating, going to the stadium, had a really awesome seat. I got to see both touchdowns by the starters. I was sitting on that end of the end zone, so I got a good view. You guys saw the clips. They're on the channel. Posted them, made shorts and all that, chopped it all up. But yeah, enough really with the game experience. It was preseason, but honestly, I think I saw the attendance was like 64K. So, you know, Pittsburgh showed out for that, and you could tell everyone's really excited. So yeah, let's dive into the actual gameplay here. First initial thoughts, Junior.
Dude, again, like I think we just look really focused. You know, we look like a team that's like really focusing on being prepared and like just being very fundamentally sound and it's just like it's highlighted a lot by like the Bills. You know, maybe the Bills are like, not that they're bad, but they look really sloppy, and it's almost like you know, they might be in this like space where like to them nothing really matters until January, right?
Oh yeah.
So I maybe right now they're like, you know, they're just trotting out there. They're just kind of getting the rust off. They're not really worried about the game, and it looks that way. Like that's how they played, right? Like they just look really sloppy.
But I mean, it also kind of reflects like maybe they're not even going that hard in practice. Like how many days off is Josh Allen taking? Is he taking days off? Are him and Diggs and Gabe Davis even like, you know, getting reps in together? Do they even worry about that until like the week leading into the first game? Stuff like that, you know. Having an up close look and looking at our team every day, you see Deontay, GP working with Kenny every day. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like we look like a really hungry team trying to make a statement compared to the Bills, a team that is just playing for January, right? It's like it's almost like imagine like the NBA, like an NBA team that like, you know, they might have like their fucking big three. They're just playing for a championship, so none of the regular season actually matters.
Yeah, they just gotta make sure they get in. Yeah, I mean at this point.
Yeah.
But I mean, besides the point, they had a lot of penalties, like procedural penalties, holdings. I think it was the second or third drive that Josh Allen was in. Here's another thing too. Josh Allen played more drives than Kenny. And I think one of the drives he had was probably a longer drive than, or had more plays than Kenny had the whole game, just for one of the drives. But yeah, I think they got down into like the Steelers end zone or Steeler territory, and they had like 3 straight penalties, and it became like 3rd and 35, just like that. You know what I mean? And the Steelers, they just looked a lot more refined, I guess. We know Tomlin goes, he's drilling them to the ground in practice. You know what I mean? So that could be another thing too. It's kind of just a reflection. That's what I saw it as, a reflection of who's going harder in camp right now. A team full of young, unproven, high pedigree talent. Well, maybe, yeah, you could say that on offense, right? And then a defense that's looking to continue to make a statement after kind of a bad year for them too. You know, we didn't lead the league in sacks like we have been almost every single year. And it's kind of reflecting that this team really is kind of starting to excite me now. I mean, I was as if I couldn't get any more excited. The season's 3 weeks away now. August 20th. And I'm ready for things to start, you know, ramping up here. We have one more preseason game left on Thursday. But yeah, it really just shows that we're really getting after it, I feel like. And we could start going into like individual kind of like guys that we kind of took note of now, because that was more like an overview of everything. Yeah, but Josh Allen looked like shit. Let's be real.
Yeah, it did. The Bills just like they just got out of bed or something. I don't know. I mean, as far as individual players, like big standout, Jaylen Warren. He had a nice run. He looked good all game.
62 yards. That was his only carry too.
Exactly. Like every play, like he killed it.
Oh yeah.
I think Jaylen Warren is like he's gonna be an interesting running back. It's gonna be more. I know last season it was like the Najee show, and it was they were like a A-B sort of running back group. But right now it's looking like a split backfield almost. Like it's looking way more even.
I mean, the way people are here, they're gonna start a debate: is Jaylen Warren better than Najee? Does Jaylen Warren deserve to be the number one? I know a certain Pittsburgh radio host has already started to say that Warren will be the number one running back on the Steelers roster by midseason. Is that a debate? I mean, because Najee, he has all the tools to be a 3-down back. You know what I mean? Especially come December. Warren, the dude has breakaway speed, dude. Like, that's something we have not seen in a while. But since like Willie Parker, maybe Rashard Mendenhall, that run. I mean, it is preseason. Like Le'Veon Bell didn't have breakaway speed like that. Najee certainly doesn't. So it's good to have, like we always broke down, like the receiver room. Maybe it is good to have that for the running backs too. You know what I mean?
Definitely. No, I think you just want your team to be versatile. I think obviously, nothing trumps talent, right? Like you're never gonna like, create a running back room as good as Christian McCaffrey is on his own, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not just gonna like, oh, if we get one guy that does this really well, another guy that does this really well, another guy that does this really well, like we're gonna have elite production out of the running back group. It's like, talent is gonna elevate your ceiling a lot more than individual players like this. But seeing Jaylen Warren, like, I think he's gonna become a bigger part of the offense. I know last year, he would get, like the first half of the season, he didn't really get too many snaps, and it was in the back half of the season where like that momentum started to build a little bit more.
Yeah.
And people started talking more about that Najee injury that was kind of lingering a bit, and I think that talk is, I mean, it's gonna keep coming, dude. If Warren has any more of these plays, if we see another like 30-yard run from Warren in week 1 or in week 2, right? Eventually, like, the talk is gonna come up, and if Najee's not being that bell cow kind of back that we expect him to be,
he was projected to be, yeah.
Right, like especially for like the draft capital that we spent on him, like it's gonna be really disappointing, and I think it doesn't bode well for Najee long run, right? Especially as he gets into that 4th and 5th year of his rookie deal.
Chewy's like, my bad, I was watching The Departed. Dick, too late. Anyways, Najee has not been getting too many snaps, I think, in the preseason. I mean, I could pull up his stats from yesterday. I don't think he got no more than like 3 carries. I mean, we just said that Jaylen Warren had only 1. He broke 1. But yeah, they were not really too successful with the carries Najee got. I was just taking forever to pull up. He had 2 carries for 6 yards. Again, he's always been around like that 3-yard per carry average, kind of mediocre. I mean, he just has to get to 4 yards a carry and he'll be all right. Anyways, like, I don't know. And then you could bring up the fact that a guy like Anthony McFarland has actually kind of been exceeding expectations. We've kind of talked about him here and there just because, we do talk about things like the 3rd running back on the roster in the preseason. You know what I mean? That's the guy that's probably getting the most snaps. And I looked more into him, and he came out as a redshirt sophomore. So only 3 years of college, didn't play at all his freshman year. This is going to be his 4th year, and he's only 25. He's a young guy, he was constantly kind of just shoved to the bottom of the roster, I guess, the depth chart. think he had some injuries too, but I thought he's looked pretty well too. I think there was a nice play where he caught a little screen pass and went like 10 yards for a first down and shit. But yeah, I think he's a lock. I've heard people say that what if we only carry 2 running backs? I mean, I don't know. That'd be kind of fucked up because I think McFarland's done pretty well, and I thought he did pretty well in the last preseason too.
I think McFarland definitely deserves a roster spot. I think just with the people that he's been running with, the lineup he's been playing with, right? He's playing with Trubisky, he's playing with Rudolph.
We could talk about Kendrick Green too in a second. But yeah, I think McFarland has done enough. I think you do kind of carry that third guy. I think that's a solid room too. If you have Warren, McFarland behind Najee, that's a solid group. Definitely. Not gonna lie,
dude. Every time I see McFarland play, like he runs really hard and he runs well. He breaks off nice little chunks here and there. And like you're saying, like realistically, he's a talented guy, right? And he's not that old. He doesn't have any mileage on him. Like, yeah, he's 25, but like he's definitely he's definitely gonna be nice to have in the running back room. I don't see why we wouldn't carry him into the season, especially when there's a lot of other cuts we can make.
Oh yeah. I wanted to bring this up too because I remember there was one game where he got activated off the practice squad, I believe, and he had 6 carries for 30 yards. That was against the Colts last year on that Monday night game. He's a sleeper, man. He's gonna be good. I mean, we got rid of Benny Snell. Benny Snell kind of Benny Snell did provide a little bit more in the special teams game, something that doesn't get spoken of. But I don't know. Maybe we do see McFarland in the roster now that we don't have a guy like Benny Snell taking up a spot. Who else was there? Like James Conner, right? Like he was a starter when we drafted McFarland, I believe.
Oh, really?
He's gone.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
What I want to say, speaking of special teams, really quick.
That Calvin Austin one.
Calvin Austin looked really good. It's exciting to have a legit good punt returner a special teams returner. He looked really good. He had a nice return, and it's just not something that we haven't had that consistently. We haven't had that in a long time.
And
right,
you know who was kind of good last year? Steven Sims. And I've heard a little through the grapevine being here already. The reason we didn't bring him back was because it was Calvin Austin's time. That's what I've heard through the grapevine out here. I heard that yesterday. So yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna earn the starting spot, at least for punt return, right? I don't know, because you usually trot out 2 out there for kick returns. I don't know who we do. Maybe McFarland. I saw him taking snaps at camp this year. I don't know if a guy like Gunner makes the roster still, but yeah, we could dive into. I don't really want to dive into the depth chart right now. I want to save that for later. Wait, let's move on to how our receivers looked. Freiermuth was the one that caught a touchdown from Kenny, as well as Connor Hayward caught another touchdown from Mitch at the end of the first half. Allen Robinson finally got some catches as well. I think he had 1 or 2, I believe. One for a first down. Good to see Kenny linking up with him. Again, too, we don't need to see enough from Deontay and Pickens. I feel like we really did see enough already in the first game, so that's good. We continue to spread the ball around more. I think Kenny only went 3 for 4. I like seeing that we try to run the ball a little bit more. Oh, and then as soon as the Bills forced the Bills 3 and out, and then Calvin Austin ran it back. I'm glad Kenny just went for it all on that next play there. Dude, Kenny didn't even buckle his fucking chin strap for that play. I saw the highlights today. Dude just went out there and was like, fuck it, I'm going over the middle of the move and fucking dialed it in. Shit. Kenny is playing with a certain amount of confidence that's making me feel a kind of way. That sounded really, really bad, but the confidence is flowing with Kenny. There was a little clip of him doing the Conor McGregor thing after that touchdown, and that's good to see. Do you want to see him in the third game? I think it's already confirmed that he's gonna get some snaps, which I mean, I'm not gonna hate it, but have you seen enough already in the preseason?
I've definitely seen enough from Kenny in the preseason. I don't hate it. I wanna keep watching Kenny. I think I just wanna like you said, I want to see how he interacts with more of these receivers. I want to see a Kenny to Darnell Washington
Oh yeah.
touchdown. I think what's really cool, so far, just from this offense that's completely different from last year, is actually throwing to the middle of the field.
Two
And
touchdowns went to the middle of the field, dude.
It's yielded amazing results. Who would have thought, right?
Right?
And it seems like Kenny's comfortable with it, and I think, I don't know, it's exciting. Like I think Kenny is gonna surprise a lot of people his sophomore year.
I mean, he is the X factor. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna make a playoff push, and people are starting to say, "Oh, Steelers could be that team. They could make the playoffs. They could, they could end up winning the North." Because people are saying Burrow was so good, but even when we had Ben as the undisputed best QB in the North, other teams still won the North. You know what I mean? We didn't win it every single year. It was maybe like every other year. But yeah, you mentioned Darnell Washington. How about that one sequence where there was like 2 PIs on him and we were just trying to throw it up there in the red zone? We threw it up to him like 3 times and 2 of them were drawn for PIs. I was like, dude, this is a matchup nightmare. And that was with Trubisky throwing him the ball. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to that. And I said that in the preview. I wanted to see Kenny try to get some snaps of Darnell and Calvin Austin. I think they might have been in there, at least for a snap in that first drive. Again, I'm kind of pissed. Kenny didn't even make it into the second quarter. I think Mitch came in like towards the end of the first. But yeah, I mean, what else do you want? What else do you want? He scored twice. You know what I mean? But yeah, Darnell Washington looks solid. Kendrick Green sucks ass. That's in my notes. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but that got in there. Moving on to the defense side of the ball. Any standouts? I know we had like 3 picks, and there was a forced fumble. Forgot from who. Let me pull it up.
Herbig?
Was it Herbig? I know the dude went crazy again. I don't know if he's the one that caused the fumble. I think he had a sack. Did he?
I'm not sure.
I'm working on it. I don't know why I quit the tab. But shout out to Joey Porter Jr. getting his first interception. He already has as many as he did at Penn State, even though it's the preseason. State Penn. Stupid fuck. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's only showing tackles. Son of a bitch. Fuck, I gotta pull up ESPN. But yeah, Herbig looked good again. Fuck, where is the ESPN? There it is. Herbig looked good. Highsmith. There was one clip where he ended up getting matched up in the slot against Stephon Diggs, and he had a really good pass breakup.
Oh, I remember that. I was surprised.
Yeah.
It was like on a, I want to say it was like a 3rd down.
Something like
a
that,
quick
yeah.
little slant. What I remember,
yeah.
it was like a slant, and he played it perfect.
Who knows how hard Diggs was running his route? Maybe he could have put Highsmith on his knees or break his ankles, whatever. But Highsmith showed up for that. He was going really hard. I don't think he played in the first game, so it's good to see him not missing a step. TJ, absolute mortar again. Or mortar. Did I say motor? Motor? Is that the word? He looked good too. Stupid fuck. I finally got the ESPN thing. Okay. Nick Herbig, 1 sack, tackle for loss, and a PD, pass defend. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I doubt he played more than like 10 snaps again too. He looks really well, and I think this is where I took the note where it's like, this is the deepest a squad has looked for years. One thing you did say at the beginning of like free agency was that, the ceiling's the same, but we raised our floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I think with a team, like with the way we've built our team at the moment, I think that's perfectly fine. I think I'm thinking,
dude, I think the ceiling's higher because this guy Herbig might be the steal of the draft, and we did not think of that at all when we drafted him. We thought, maybe he'd be good in a year or two. This guy has been making noise. He's bringing the ruckus in these first couple preseason games. But yeah, and then we have the other guy that we got from Arizona as well. I forgot his name. Did he play yesterday? Oh, Marcus Golden. Yeah. he might have dropped to that 4 spot, but it's okay because Highsmith and Watt come out like every 3 plays or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think it's important. I think
we're gonna have a good rotation behind Watt and Highsmith, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
mainly behind Watt. I don't know who plays which side too. I know Watt plays the left side, right? I think so. On D.
Yeah,
he doesn't match up again. He doesn't go on the QB's blind side. I think so. I think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sound
Watt's
really
on the left, Highsmith on the right.
I'm gonna sound really dumb if that's wrong, but yeah. And then the middle linebackers, they look solid too, dude. They look really solid as well.
And that's all we need from them, dude.
Yeah, dude. Miles Jack retired today, dude. That's how bad it went last year. He didn't get signed at all. Went the whole free agency. This guy was like, I'm gonna go to trade school. Camp began. The Eagles rang him up. 2 weeks later, I'm retiring. Dude,
he doesn't have it. I don't understand. Like,
who's the other guy? Spillane. He's on the Raiders. And who's the other guy?
He's on too.
Spillane's on the Raiders. He's still playing, but there was this other guy, middle linebacker, that was just a disappointment. That's a good thing that we don't remember him because that's how bad he was, probably.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Devin Bush.
Oh.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's on the Seahawks.
How did we forget, dude? We fucking traded up for that guy.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, Cole Holcomb, Landon Roberts, Quan Alexander, beautiful. Mark Robinson's still there in the waiting. That guy had some hits yesterday too. I know by the time of the second half, I kind of moved from my seat to like I don't know, there's just like this balcony patio area right in front of the main Jumbotron. And dude, we were just posting up, watching the Jumbotron standing up for the rest of the game after halftime. And I was like, dude, this is low-key this is pretty cool. But yeah, so I was mainly looking at our guys on defense at that point in the game. And I got to see guys like Herbig, Mark Robinson, just going crazy. Yeah, the guys are just causing turnovers too. And I also do like our D-line depth behind Cam and Ogunjobi didn't even play. But yeah, we got guys like the Marvin Leal that's going to take a step this year. Keanu Benton's been a good surprise too in camp as well, I've heard. Then we still have guys like Montravius Adams. We signed like Brandon Fajoko. But yeah, the main thing too is like how are we going to line up our DBs? And that's another topic for another day. Still want to see more from them. You haven't even seen Porter play or start for that matter. But yeah, let's start to tie things up here. Unless you have anything else to add on.
No, I mean, yeah, just like you're saying, there's a lot of the little details left about how we're gonna line up, and stuff like that. I think the coaches probably know, but just the way we've been, like the way we've been watching and the way just the nature of watching preseason games, it's impossible to say like how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like it's people either don't dress or they don't, for whatever reason, like we have the most awkward lineups in there most of the time, except for maybe like 1 or 2 plays.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's just gonna be a very educated guess by the end of this week but after. Who do we play next? The Cardinals, I think.
Falcons. Yeah. All right.
So
let's do a winner and a loser, and your play of the game. Let's do winner and loser first.
Winner of the game. Jaylen Warren. He's putting his name out there a lot.
Oh yeah.
And then loser, I want to say probably Kendrick Green, who's looking like he's gonna get cut. You know what? Another winner. Connor Hayward, dude.
Oh,
Connor
yeah.
Hayward is he's playing himself. The way he's playing, he's looking like a very, very versatile guy, like
Swiss Army knife, man.
Swiss Army knife type of dude. He's gonna be, he's gonna have a lot of little gadget plays here and there, where we look to him to get us something out of nothing.
Yeah, we have so much variety in personnel. I can't wait to break it down. when we kind of look at our roster and start to see a lot of these guys play, you know, see all these guys play with the starting O-line, you know. But yeah, dude, I got PTSD when Kendrick Green had that shitty ass snap to Mason. I thought it was like the Browns game all over again when Pouncey snapped it over Ben's head. I was like, fuck. Because I think they were like at that part of the field too. Like that shit just basically went close to the end zone. I was like, fuck. But yeah, that's gonna be my loser as well. Everyone's like, that's the thing though. It's like everyone has looked good, you know. So it's just him, and it sucks that, you know, we had him trying to play fullback for a little bit. Haven't seen him play fullback at all in the preseason. Maybe it's not even working out that well. I don't think that'll guarantee him a roster spot. Then winner, I'm just gonna go Kenny, dude. You know what I mean? Like you play one whole quarter with Josh Allen on the other side, and you outperformed him. I mean, it's funny looking at how different it was. Yeah, it was the regular season, but yeah, for Kenny's first start, you know, we went into Buffalo, and it was just a fucking mess. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I'm not gonna go out and say, you know, Kenny's on the same tier as Josh Allen. Josh Allen is in that elite group of quarterbacks right now. But it's good to see. It's good to see our guy taking a step, dude. And I'm ready for that matchup against Purdy, dude. We're out for blood.
I want to see us. I think the Niners are gonna have a good defense, and I want to see us play like a good defense. I think best case scenario this season, we're a top 10 team. Worst case scenario, we're like a top 16. I think we look above average. The problem is that like 7 of the top 10 teams are in the AFC. So.
I'd say like 8, dude.
Yeah, right now that's the big struggle is
we haven't done our schedule predictions too.
Well, we can do that in the week in between.
Yeah, that should be the plan. We'll do that like once we do our roster cut video. Yeah, play the game. I'll do the Joey Porter interception. He was able to give the ball to his dad after. That was sweet.
Oh, that was nice, yeah. For me, play the game.
You could do the Warren touchdown.
I'll do nice little Warren touchdown. I think he looked good. Yeah, that was perfect, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude, he had breakaway speed. Dude, that safety or linebacker, whoever was there at the end, could not catch him. Line looked good too. Did Sayamalu play? Damn, I didn't even see. I'm pretty sure we had our whole starting O-line out there though. But that'll wrap up the show. We'll see you guys either. If we don't do a live video, we'll do a preview for the Falcons game again, I guess. We'll shoot that in a couple days. If not, we'll see you guys when we're watching the Falcons game, right? We'll see. That'll be the next episode. Yeah. It really is just a matter of what we're doing during the game. If we're able to just kind of post up here. Also need to iron out some kinks for like actual doing watch parties while we record. Because it was really scuffed when we tried for that game against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Definitely want it to be a little bit better.
It'd be cool if we could figure out like how to watch at the same time, like sync up.
Oh, that's another thing too. Yeah, like
because it's kind of awkward.
And
like,
I'm getting antenna feed, so it's over. Like I'm gonna have the quickest one, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that'll do it for us today. Wait, yes, something?
No, I was gonna say but it's all something will get figured out.
Okay, all right. But all right, yeah, that'll do it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Steel Factory podcast. It's looking promising, boys. Looking promising. 21 days out. We'll see you. Peace out.